And so today the new season begins in the Sky Bet Championship as we take charge of Norwich City for the first time in our first two league games of the season. Hopefully the players that we brought in over the summer start to gel a little bit quickly so we can have a good start to the season. Also, there's no scarf up at the moment like there was with Wigan. I'm hoping there will be a Norwich City scarf on the way very soon. Hello and welcome to Club 2, Episode 2 of Unemployed to Legend. My name is Craig and coming up in today's episode, as mentioned in the intro, we have the first two league games for Norwich City in the Sky Bet Championship. Home against Huddersfield and away against Hull City. Now, nothing has actually happened since the last episode where we went through all the transfers that went in and out of the club. If we just take it back to effectively last season for June, everyone from Balogun down came in, and from Adam Lallana down, all went out. If you're interested in seeing who came in or went out of the club over the summer, check out the last episode. It's very detailed to say the least because a lot did happen. We spent a lot of money, to say the least. I think we spent 52 million this season. So looking here, we spent, oh my goodness, Peter Lynch doesn't even count in that. So we spent probably about £80 million. That's a bit much. I didn't realise it was that much money. Because 26 million, 18 million is 44. Yeah. We have spent a lot of money. About £80 million spent. On the other hand, though, so far this season, 87 million has gone out. Come into the club. And then on top of that, from Adam Lallana down, you can't see the prices, they're right behind my head, I know that already. Roughly about 100 million has come in. About 110 million pounds has come into the club. A lot of that was needed, to say the very least. All of this means, of course, we've had a high turnover. So I'm just hoping that these players start gelling very, very quickly if we're going to have a good start to the season. But we're going to get into the first game now, home against Huddersfield, and this is the team we're going to send out in our favoured 4-2-3-1 formation. Bachmann in goal, Daniel Bachmann, yes, that same one from Wigan. I believe £750,000 he cost to bring in. He didn't play for us very often in the Premier League, but he has. Well, he doesn't actually have championship experience. He's been at championship clubs, but it doesn't mean he's actually played for them per se. He's still a good championship goalkeeper anyway, but he will have competition from another goalkeeper who will come in later in the month. When he does arrive, we'll go through who he is in the next episode. Kachi at left back, Mavropanos and Quaresma at centre back. Max Aarons, still here thankfully, is at right back. He's easily one of our best players as well, one of Norwich's own. So it's pretty vital, him and I believe Cantwell, who is also Norwich homegrown. Yes, he is. He's from Norwich's academy. Both those players are the only Norwich academy products that are still here. Will Hughes and Edu Exposito in midfield with Ismaila Sarr on the left wing. Another of our excellent players. He's been about whether he's going to go or not. So he's had a lot of offers, but we've just been trying to turn them down and just effectively keep him here. Although I have promised him that if a team makes, I think, a bid of about 30 million or something, we will let him go. Or 40 million. He arrived for 30 million, so it would need to be 40 million to prize him away from us, effectively. Cantwell in attacking midfield, he's not happy because he wants to go play in another division, or the Premier League to be specific. And Ferdi Kadioglu, a new Dutch 23-year-old winger, can play anywhere across the attacking midfield, which is very, very handy for us. He's got that flexibility. He only costs £1.4 million as it is. He's more of an all-rounder, but he's got that flair. He's spirited as well. A spirited flair individual. I like that. And then my prized transfer so far, Peter Lynch, 18-year-old English wonder kid who's going to play up front. Now, I know what you're thinking. His finishing is suspect. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Which is why he's working on attacking movement. In fact, he should be working on final third. Because I want him as my striker long term. Championship level, Premier League potential, naturally. He's been bought in for £20 million, rising to 26 million from Birmingham. He's already played in the Championship and he can score, clearly. But with that 5-star potential, he's already pretty much as good as the majority of our squad. I've got to give him a chance today. So he's going to be starting up front against Huddersfield. Right, let's get into it. First day of the new season. And like I said, I just want this team to gel because we need a good start. The board want us to be at least in the playoffs. I say we need to be aiming for promotion. The board just wants to get into the playoffs. Nothing about actually getting promoted, but I want to see us promoted. Otherwise, it's going to look very, very, very difficult the longer that we stay down in the Championship. Okay, I'm just going to have to say I have faith in all of you. I do have faith in you. Come on. Come on, Cantwell. Don't get complacent on me. Oh, look at that. Lynch is inspired and motivated. Oh, you love to see that. Right. First day, we are at Carrow Road against newly promoted Huddersfield. So they're going to be up for this. We need to be matching them. And I couldn't even change to body language. Right, first highlight of the game, and here is Sarr. My goodness, that was a quick ball forward, and Sarr is in, and it's a terrible shot in the end. He's going to be one of those players I'm going to be looking to make a difference for us this season. I don't know how well the start of the season is going to go. I hope it's a good start, and speaking of which, that was just a terrible throw. But Aarons is going to have another crack here going forward. Aarons, he's steaming forward, and terrible, terrible shots. One thing I did fail to mention in the transfer special yesterday, on Tuesday, was we managed to lower the age of our players, or rather the whole squad as a whole, because when I first arrived, we just hit the bar there. Now who's that? That was Will Hughes. But when I arrived, the oldest players we had at the club was 35 years old. That was Lallana and Tim Krul, which was rather not ideal, if I'm going to put it politely. But we managed to get rid of him. So sell him on. In the case of Tim Krul, actually, we did actually just get rid of him. We released him in the end because nobody wanted him, even with a wage contribution. But now the oldest player in the squad is 30 years old, and that is Ben Gibson, I believe. And I thought that went in. No, Sarr blasting it over again. So we're really trying hard to find an opening, but it just feels like we're just snatching at shots here. Sarr just he's trying to get past, he's trying to make something happen, but unfortunately he just seems quite selfish. And there is Ferdy winning the ball back. Lynch taking the ball forward, and there is Sarr. Nobody's in the box for him though, except for Ferdy, and Ferdy has his first goal for the club on his debut. Absolutely sensational scenes. I brought in Kadioglu, if anything. I'm just going to call him Ferdy. It comes up as Ferdy. We're just going to leave him as Ferdy. Sarr crosses the ball and Ferdy is in there. He actually half volleys it into the net, which is quite sensational. In fact, I need to change the replay camera. Behind the goal. There we go. So replay camera will be behind the goal. That's kind of what I want to see going forward. Lynch. Aarons, and that is catchy, but he's offside. On the flip side, I say our oldest player is 30 years old now. Our youngest player is now 18. That is Peter Lynch. In fact, our youngest player will actually be 17 when our new goalkeeper arrives. Again, we'll go through who that is in the next episode when he actually arrives, because he's going to be arriving after the Hull City game. Exposito, that's a terrible goal to concede, really. It was a good shot, just annoying considering the amount of chances that we've actually had in this game. Like, really, we should be ahead. One thing I need to do at half time, I need to make sure we don't have any long throws on, because clearly Max Aarons can't do long throws, not long shots, long throws. Okay, it's 1-1 at half time. Not ideal, but you know what? It's early days. It's early days. I'm not happy with your performance out there. We've been the better team. Just keep what you're doing, and we'll be fine. Probably should have gone with what my assistant manager said. Speaking of which, my assistant manager is Steve Round, as in the man who's currently at Arsenal in real life. Right, I did say I need to take off long throws, I believe. Yeah, I'm just going to put it to mixed. What? No set. Auto. There's no left corner taker. Sorry, left throw-in taker. Who's my left back? Is that Catchy? Yeah. It's going to have to be Exposito. Right. I've got no choice. It's going to be Exposito, unfortunately. Right, he's going to go mixed as well. Back to tactics. Anything we need to change? Davenport's looking aggressive again. Of course he is. Oh dear. We'll start the second half and just see how things go for the side. If anything, they kind of they owe something for this performance. They really need to be grabbing that goal. We're going to go attacking. We're going to see if that makes a difference. You know what? We're going to say focus down the left and focus down the right. Up that tempo just a little bit. Let's see if that makes a difference. Right. We'll see how this highlight goes. I might make a change afterwards. Campwell. Again, not very happy. I'm going to be looking at his performances very, very closely. Max Aaron's in. And Sarr smacks one into the bottom corner. I actually had to quickly look to see where the ball actually went because he hit it with such power. I don't think the keeper even had an idea where it went. I wouldn't be surprised if it just went through him and just left a gaping hole in his stomach. Aaron's with the beautiful low cross. And Sarr, the keeper couldn't even react. Let's be honest here. We're going to lower it down to positive. Lower it down to positive. Come on, don't be doing that to me. And we will make a change actually after this highlights. And there is Catchy Exposito into 30. He plays it into Lynch, into Sarr. And oh my god, he smacks the ball so hard. I'm surprised the keeper's able to get anything on hit. Right, changes. Who's looking tired? A few players. Flynn Downs. He's someone I finally brought in after 2 seasons of looking at him. What can he play as? He can play as a ball-winning midfielder. Yeah, he can play as that. You know what? We'll bring him on. I am looking at Davenport, but he's feeling aggressive, and yeah, aggressive means he's going to do some. He could do something very stupid. Josh Martin could be on the way out. I'm not sure I want to play him. Balogun, on the other hand, he's nervous. Why? Sarr is looking tired. Balogun, he can play up front actually. Balogun. I'm going to give Lynch a break and let Balogun have his chance up front. We've got we've got about 5 minutes left. Oh, we've got a highlight now. Right. See if we can make a change after this highlight. Downs into Hughes. Terrible cross, by the way. I don't know who that was. I think that was Will Hughes. Back to Backman. Right, let's get the ball forward. I don't like you playing it at the back there, to be honest with you. Quaresma into Aarons. Back to Quaresma. Plays a nice little ball forward. And there is Balogun. Oh, you disgusting human being. Oh my god, I've not seen Balogun do that before. He hasn't scored for me in a long time, even when he was with me at Wigan in the Championship, but he never did a finish like this. Oh, lovely. Right, change. Waste a wee bit of time. Paul Mengi is apprehensive for some reason. I don't like that. But what we're going to do, Gibson is going to come on, a little bit of experience at the back. We are going to waste a wee bit of time. Right. Slow the pace down, and there's no point going stupidly urgent on the pressing. And that is an opening day victory for us. 3-1 against newly promoted Huddersfield. Absolutely beautiful. Right. Good on the XG, actually. 2.19. We largely kept Huddersfield out of it, which is what makes me very, very happy about the whole performance. Catchy at left back, I figured he might struggle a little bit. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, very happy with the result and the way you played. Excellent stuff. Let's try and keep this up against Hull City in our next game. Second game now against Hull City. I completely forgot it was actually only a few days that this game was going to take place after the Huddersfield game. So thankfully it's the same 11 that we went with against Huddersfield. I thought, you know what, don't change anything for the moment. Let's just see if we can get this team gelling together very quickly and just see if that consistency will just show in our performances. So it was suggested actually to play Balogun from the very start instead of Lynch and play Lynch on the right hand side of our attacking midfield, but Ferdy, after his goal in the last game, I felt he did enough to justify a shot in this second game as well. Other than that, Andone, Martin and Chalko are effectively back from injury. Pedersen is back in about 2 days, so he's not going to play in this game, meaning Catchy continues at left back, even though I don't think he's going to be particularly convincing there. But we'll see how he does in this game anyway. Right, outstretch the arms, carry on from where you left off, I agree. And we come up against our old rivals in Hull City, who Wigan seem to go toe for toe with them. From League One into the Championship, they just seem to be a constant thorn in our side. I hope to set this right with Norwich City. It's going to be an interesting game in the fact that we can see how the team hopefully performs away from home. Oh, for goodness sake, did I do long throws again? Oh, I haven't sorted them out. Oh, I remember now. It's got to be done after the game, to be honest. Yeah, we don't have a left throw-in taker again. Okay. Chalko, Quaresma. Yeah, Quaresma is going to have to do it for this game. I'm going to have to sort it out after this game, so that way I don't have to keep doing it every single time. Right, so long, bring it down to mixed. It's already done for the right hand side, so hopefully we won't see that mistake again. Quaresma, who mops up the ball, thankfully, back to backman. I love saying that, back to backman. Vaponos into Hughes, who plays it long to Lynch, and Lynch scores his first goal for the club. The Wonder Kid is on his way to Premier League stardom with us, I hope. That's why I want to go up this season. That way we keep hold of our best players and we can add to it with the beautiful, beautiful Premier League money that we've already seen makes a difference to sides promoted from the Championship, because it happened with Wigan, to be honest with you. When we went up with Wigan earlier in the series, it just made such a difference to the finances, and Will Hughes is doing his best to help us get there. His first goal of the season, a beautiful header from a Cantwell corner, and thankfully I think Mavropanos, who is lurking at the near post, I think he's the tallest player in the club, obviously, but I think he's just putting off a lot of defenders just purely for the fact he's like half a foot above everybody else, minimum. Catchy on the left-hand side, so if he can just get this ball in. Hughes, Catchy. Into Sarr, again, I don't know where that ball goes when it hits him. He either shoots it very hard, or he seems to header it very hard. Has he got a bullet head or something? Quaresma, into Hughes, Cantwell, Quaresma. If Cantwell can just... Oh, he hit the bar! That's close. I think he tried to curl that one in. A lovely, lovely chance as we start to approach half-time. It is indeed half-time, 2-0 to Norwich. We're just going to say, keep it going, lads. Keep them inspired, keep them motivated, keep them lit, keep them tasty. Keep them wanting more. One of the games I did see we've got coming up very, very soon is away at West Ham. I'm not going to come back for that game, it's too soon, because we've got Brentford and then we have West Ham. I'm not going to drag this season out as long as possible. There's 46 games in the season, don't really want to be doing that. I was going to say, Sarr nearly lost a chance, but thankfully Catchy puts it in, and Lynch with his second goal of the game, his second of the season, our third of the afternoon. Sarr is just driving the team forward. Every time he gets the ball, if he's not shooting it very hard, he's quite literally smacking it. In fact, Lynch didn't even know anything about it. It was Ferdy's shot. I don't know if Ferdy would have actually scored that. It would probably have gone to the keeper, but it just took a massive deflection off Lynch, and Lynch gets credited with it in the end. Fine, whoever scores it. And there you go, Konstantinos. It's actually Mavropanos, but his name is so long, it can't even get on the screen. It doesn't matter. Mavropanos, the big 6'4" centre-back, gets his first goal of the season. That was a towering header. Keeper just flapped at it, and yeah, that was going. That was going in. Sorry, not sorry, Keeps. Straight from the kickoff here. I don't particularly like that. I don't particularly care for it. Clark Harris is at Hull these days. Interesting. He was at Peterborough, I think, when the save actually started. And why have they got more than one player with double-barreled names? You've got Clark Harris, you've got Lewis Potter. I mean, really? Double-barreled names, I noticed. Well, it's the same with FM every year, really, isn't it? They're quite popular. Why have I got so many players complacent? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. Right, Hughes is on a yellow card. I'm just looking at Exposito, though, because he is also... He's confident, to be fair. I'm going to leave him on for a bit. As far as the others go, I'm just very mindful of the fact we've got quite a few games coming up very, very soon. Balogun is going to come on for 30. Yeah, and he's going to go up front. Lynch can go on the right-hand side. Let's see what Lynch can do on the right. That's the only change we're going to make for the moment, so I'm trying not to take so long with these changes. I do apologise. Will Hughes and Peter Lynch with a lot of the very good ratings in this match. In fact, Will Hughes is tired now, so Downs is going to come on. But Exposito can apparently play. Yeah, he can play in that deep line playmaker role, so he can do that. Just shift him around a little bit. Davenport will get time, though, this season. I know that. Davenport will get some time. Speaking of time, Mengi is going to come on for Aarons. I'm going to give Aarons a little bit of a break. He'll also get Mengi some game time as well. I mean, my goodness, the man kind of needs it. But there's a highlight here. I'm just hoping that we can just sort of close out the game, to be honest, at this point. My goodness, that was such a looping pass. What the heck was that? And Balogun is away here almost. He hasn't quite got the pace of Lynch, unfortunately. Who does have the pace, though, is Sarr. But what Sarr doesn't have is crossing, unfortunately. And Potter is in here. We've literally got... we were literally outnumbered there. They had about 3 or 4 players. But Backman with a very, very good save. I knew I was doing something right by trying to bring him in. I did bring him in. He will have competition, though, after this game. Because we will have another goalkeeper. I've made that face just purely for the fact I was very shocked at what I was seeing. I thought Mengi had sliced that towards his own goalkeeper. Right, we are going to slow time up, slow the pace down, and no need to go extremely urgent on the pressing. Oh, I didn't click play. That's why. We are going to do lower the tempo just a little bit. We've made all our subs. It's just about seeing this game out now, and that is a very good start to the season. 2 wins from 2, 4-1 against Hull. Lovely, lovely stuff. Hopefully, that is the start of the road to promotion. In the automatic promotion spots after 2 games. I mean, granted, it's only 2 games into the season, but still, you always want to be up there, don't you, really? Right, 2 wins from 2, excellent stuff. Hopefully we continue that form. Going into future games. I'm probably going to come back somewhere in September. I'm kind of looking... Yeah, somewhere in September we're going to come back. That means it'll take us to half a dozen more games. And then we'll see if we've managed to keep up that good form and got ourselves a good start in the hope that we get promoted this season. If you've enjoyed that video and are excited for the rest of the season for Norwich City and our bid for promotion, make sure to leave a like down below and click subscribe for future Unemployed to Legend episodes and any other episodes I may release on the channel as well. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe out there, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.